We are out here. It is pretty late. Not super late, but super dark. Out here at the baseball field, Burnett Park, trying to get these alternative hats for these Pokemon. Not just the hats, but the Pokemon with the hats, right? You've got the Chimchar, Turtwig, and Piplup with the red hats. You've got to get the research, scan or no scan, for the ones that have the white hats. So we'll see how this goes. May have to mess with this some more tomorrow.
Abstract brainwaves, game genie in a beanie, we ain't on the same stage, leveled up.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And I'll try to make this video quick because we've got something else coming up. Yep, and well, it's probably starting right now. And I know somebody's in the comments saying, hey, in my country, the event's already started, yada yada. But we'll get there when we get there. Y'all know I'm busy. Check out some of the other content on the channel. So that being said, we've got 3 different things really happening, all back to back to back. We've got Thanksgiving happening, so there should be some kind of Thanksgiving Day event. Sometimes that's been like, more XP and just, different raids and things like that. Usually the XP is what I'm looking for this time of year, but it's not happening as far as we know yet. What we did have was a celebration for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Yes, the remakes of those have come out, or the remasters. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I've played quite a bit of it. I made a mistake saying it was 7 days that GameStop was going to let you play that game and return it for your full money back. It was actually 2 days. So apologies in advance, because you'll probably see this video before you see those videos. I did stream them on Twitch, so you kind of have access to everything early if you subscribe to me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/captainsensation. I was looking forward to that, and Niantic, saying, hey, we're thankful for the Pokemon Company working with us, so we're going to celebrate it by giving you some Chimchar, Turtwig, and Piplup with special hats. Yes, because if you wanted Pikachu with a hat, this was another way to not have that. If you wanted these guys with hats, well, you'll probably still get a Pikachu with a hat at some point. All right, so you had it switched up on you this time. In the research, there were ones with white hats, the 3 of them. But out in the wild, you had the ones with the red hats. So in order to get the ones with the white hats, you had to catch a couple of the ones with the red hats on. They made it interesting in that regard, but eventually towards the end of the event, they allowed you to catch the ones with the white hats in the wild. I say that to say I worked really hard to get all 3 of them, like in one day, walking with some friends. And somehow I had my research filled, and or I had it to where I couldn't claim the Piplup with the white hat, and it went into my backlog of research. So I was pretty miffed about that, because it meant I had to go through all of those Pokemon, and I didn't have that too much space to begin with. So I was like, we'll just try to find another one later. But some of these are with a scan and without a scan. So depending on what you have stacked up, you may not get a research to get the Piplup. That's just not going to happen. But again, like I said, they made that so that later on, closer to the end of the event, you can get it. Also, if you didn't get the Hoopa research done, they were going to give you a shout out with more opportunities to get these ghost Pokemon and other types that you may need. They are going to do that for you. As greedy as they seem to be, they're saying, hey, if you don't want to pay the $5, you can't say that we didn't shoot you one more chance. We've told you, we've given you warnings, and some people are still going to end up doing that. I may probably have to do that on my backup account, but on my main account, we're good. We're good. So speaking of storage space, they did give you more storage. They allowed you, they did a bump in the storage, as they typically do around community days. So you can have more Pokemon storage. There you go. So if you were willing to pay for that, you have that. So we did the Brilliant Diamond and Pearl research, and then Community Day, which was yesterday, and I'm talking about it today. Here's the deal. I'm not in a rush to make these Community Day videos, especially for Pokemon that have already been, their shinies have already been out, right? This further dilutes your trade research. It kind of shows you that Niantic is like, we don't really want you to trade. We want you to keep spending passes and get it on your own. And maybe you don't have friends and this and that, whatever your excuse is. You don't have the Shinx. There's hundreds of other Pokemon that don't have shinies yet that nobody has. And instead of doing that, we'll do a community day on something that people probably spent lots of money on already, myself included. Shout out to Rebecca. She gave me a shiny Shinx, and she really didn't want to do that, but she ended up getting an extra one. And maybe she's not that active playing anymore, but those were nail biters where you gave up something. I don't even remember what I gave her, but she gave me the shiny Shinx. And so I was like, well, Shinx community day. Shinx looks cool, don't get me wrong. But it's not making me want to rush to get out here in these streets to make content, let alone just capture another one. The value, the enthusiasm is already gone. It needs to be for Community Day Pokemon that nobody has. It needs to be a brand new experience. It doesn't need to be something that, hey, a couple. Because how is it like about the community if some of the community aren't invested in it? It should be all of us working together. Some of us are like, don't need it. Don't care. I've already got 3 of these. I've hatched them already. So that's really my attitude there. Love it or hate it. So I was already short on space anyway, and I did buy some of the new bag space for Pokemon, or the storage space, excuse me. I need bag space for items too. But I did buy that, and that was just to get, 50 more. What they get you at is you get tired of seeing the messages saying, storage space full and stuff like that. That's really how they beat you over the head. They beat you down mentally by saying, fine, here's 200 bloody coins for this. And, there you go. So I did manage to get like 2 or 3 of those things. And then I had a friend, shout out to Paige, she was with me. She, on my backup, got me a shiny Shinx so I could at least have the specter of not having a shiny on that account out of the way. And, maybe I could trade that later to myself or somebody else who needs it. That's really who I'm thinking of on moments like this. Like, this could be useful for somebody else who couldn't play and doesn't have one. Or maybe they start playing next week. And granted, December is about to roll around. They have another opportunity to get more of these shiny Shinx. That's just going to be a smaller and smaller percentage. So, pretty much that's my whole video. I did have fun. Like I said, I could have made the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl thing, but, that was like, 3 days? Yes, I had 3 days to put that video up, but it was just that. It was like, hey, we're all going to get those 6 Pokemon. They're just hats. I didn't feel compelled to make a video. But lastly, there was some more news out here that we could talk about. And like I said, it's starting now. And the main question I have is, why? Where did this come from? Is this guy into Pokemon like that? How did they work this deal? How did it come to pass? I know he's a big collector. I know he's worked with artists like Taylor Swift and Eminem and what have you. But his love for Pokemon. Stop me if you don't know who I'm talking about. Because honestly, I've heard of this person. I've heard some of their songs, but I'm not like a fan. I'm not overtly familiar. Sorry. But, cool on Niantic. They did something different. It's not like they were going to get LL Cool J or Snoop Dogg to do this event. But they got Ed Sheeran. Yes, Ed Sheeran is in Pokemon Go. He likes Squirtle, evidently, because it's going to be Squirtle everywhere. And if you haven't heard, Ed Sheeran is crossing over with Pokemon Go. If you haven't heard, Ed Sheeran is crossing over with Pokemon Go. So some of you are excited, and I've seen the jokes and the memes that you've put up on the Facebook group that we have here in High Point and other places. Very funny. I didn't get some of the references because, again, I'm not a fan like that. But I'm interested in seeing what they do. There's been some promo codes for clothing and different things like that, but none of them work. Maybe they don't work yet because the codes leaked before the event started, which again, event starts today. Maybe that's what the case was. I'm not sure, but I'll share those images anyway. Try them out for yourself. Don't sit here and say, oh, you know, I tried the code and you gave out fake codes. No, this is just what I saw online. If it works, it does. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. We'll eventually all figure out what codes they are. And as always, if you have iOS like myself, you're gonna have to go to rewards.niantic.com to redeem these codes. If you have Android, you can simply just go onto the App Store, or not even on the App Store, you can just go into the game and redeem those codes. So that's what's cool about that. So next video, we'll talk a little bit more about Mr. Sheeran and what they have going on, because although the event started, I want this video out now, and then I'll work towards it later. So I appreciate you guys' kindness and patience with me. Shout out to Jackie. You won the community day. She had the lowest shiny CP Luxray. And get in contact with me and you can pick kind of what prize you want. We've got a couple of prizes left. Some which, you know, may not be applicable to you if you don't have a Nintendo Switch or Pokemon Sword or Shield. So, you know, it's what it is. And then we have, you know, some other stuff that we can give away too. So let me know in the comments what you thought of Community Day. How many shiny Shinx did you get? Are you looking forward to this Ed Sheeran event? Is he one of your favorite artists? What songs should I listen to be more familiar with him? As always, like, comment, subscribe, share. Smash that like button to help out this YouTube algorithm. If you're interested, I've got other content going up. I did a Ghostbusters Afterlife movie review. We did another story time about, you know, getting teeth pulled and stuff like that. There's just so much content. And I'll see you again soon. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. Captain Sensation.